smart about it. Make sure you put your stuff up. Keep it safe. Keep it put up. Doesn't matter the age of the child. Whether they're over 18, it doesn't matter. Whether you know that they smoke, still keep yourself safe. Keep them safe. Make sure both of you do what you need to do. Now we're going to jump into this. Now that it's legal for adults in Nevada, there is an imperative. It's imperative to protect both young children and teens from the risks. These risks include kids potentially accessing marijuana on their own within their own homes from their family or friends, kids mistaking marijuana edibles for regular treats, teens developing greater interest in trying marijuana. That's a different story. Children suffering abuse or neglect by adults who abuse marijuana. Everyone has a role to play in keeping kids safe. Explore this section of medical marijuana and recreational marijuana. Make sure that you keep your kids safe. Make sure that you keep your teens safe. Make sure that you keep them informed. Extremely. As a parent, a teacher, or other trusted person in a child's life, you have an important role for protecting children. You can keep your marijuana safely stored. There are different ways you can do this by keeping your products in child-resistant packaging. Make sure they are out of reach. Make sure that they are well taken care of, put up, not even within the child's eye. If it's out of sight, out of mind, best. Even in your closet, in your own room, anything like that, and you just put up. This is something that we found online. Basically, like it shows age brackets of how much your child should know as far as how old they are. And this is definitely something to think about, something to talk about. It's going to be different for every household, obviously. But it does show that these are some general tips that you can use or some messages that you might be able to use depending on their age. 9 to 13, you should be able to already set the tone. They should know about it. You should be able to open up about what the use of alcohol and marijuana is, what the misuse of both of these are. Same thing for pills or any type of prescribed medicine, any type of non-prescribed medicine. Anything taken in excess can harm you. So that's definitely something you want to make sure they know about young. I feel like way younger than 9 years old. You should make sure that between those ages you have way more conversations with them about it. Be way more open with them about it. Not so open as to talk about blackout nights or anything like that, but obviously, like, make sure they know that you're there for them. Not trying to be their friend. You're still a parent. But let them know that you know what's up. You've been through it already. Like, it's not nothing to be worried about or scared to talk to you about. That's pretty much it as far as teens go. From 18 to 20, it says, even though youth people are transitioning into adulthood at this age, they still look to trusted adults for guidance and support. So that means for most people, when they have those figures that are against it or that look down on different things like weed and drinking.
But usually, like, if
that's when I would start though. Is like when if I chose like a time to start, like
it would be at 18.
At 18
like,
years
as
old.
an adult, like, hey,
yeah,
I'm an
when
adult.
You're an adult, like when you're old enough to go into the military
choices.
and get shot in the fucking head. Like, come on, dude.
What the
fuck, boy?
If you're old enough to go in the fucking military and get shot in the fucking head at 18 years old, then you should definitely be able to fucking drink, first of all.
Yeah.
Or fucking, smoke weed. It's your fucking decision at that point.
Fucking just
make the right decision, hopefully. Hopefully you got the right, the proper guidance throughout your life.
Right.
That's like this is like your rite of passage. Are you gonna make the right decision?
Do you feel like your life would have been much different had you started smoking at around 18?
I smoked it when I was 12 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like I would be totally emotionally different. Like
emotionally different.
Yes.
I would be so scarred.
Why do you think that?
No, because I don't know. That
maybe brain development. I don't know.
Yeah, brain development for sure.
Just a lot. But
I didn't do it like habitually like since like age 12. I like tried it when I was 12. Stopped until I was like 16.
Okay.
Smoked when I was 16. And then like from like
That's
18 on,
that.
I was smoking like every day basically.
No doubt. So yeah, ages 18 to 20. Okay, so
or whatever.
Yeah, some people still feel like after between 18 to 20, like it's not something that you should be open about. I was open about it pretty much from when I started smoking, just about. And it's never really been something that's bothered me. It's a surprise to me when a lot of people say, "Yeah, I hid it," or "I never really talked about it to anybody." Like, it was much different for me, so I find that as a surprise. you should
Most people did have to hide it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what
for
we
the
were
jobs.
talking about.
I was like, wait,
She was like, "Why does that
wait,
surprise you?"
wait,
She's like, "Most
you're-
people
like-
had to hide it."
like
She's like,
this-
"You're the weird one."
Yeah, I was like,
I was
you're
like, "What the
not
fuck,
normal.
really?" I was like, "People don't just talk about this
No.
You mean you don't get stoned in public all the
like
time?
all the time." No. So make sure you're always
No.
open to reporting things like abuse and neglect. It's something that a lot of people use. It's something that's just like anything else. If it's used, like I said earlier, in excess, it can harm you. It can change a lot of things about you, how you act, how you treat other people, how you pay attention. Just make sure that if you're a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, anything like that, and you see somebody that's right.
Even then, if you can do like if it's like even
Yeah,
those
look at
people.
the-
Well, yeah,
Delivery
it
guy.
says that many others are considered like anybody, like anybody that knows about the law. If you're informed about it, know about it and enforce it. It's part of something you know. It's part of something that if you're part of the industry, you should hold dear. Obviously, that's another thing you can learn about all over online. There's videos about that everywhere. For packaging and labeling requirements,
all the regulations.
you guys already know, like, nothing's geared towards children. We don't call them gummy bears. They are not shaped as gummy bears.
But at one point,
Fruit. What are they?
They're
at
fruit
one-
chews.
Yeah.
We call them gummies.
Kids don't want no.
Never gummy bears. They are pucks.
No lollipops.
We have no lollipop. Yeah,
labels can't even have like you can't have fruit like.
It's
you
a
can't have
blank
fruit
white
pictures,
packaging.
and we have
like-
white packaging for CWN. Our trike
No
comes
graphics.
in. They
There's
look
no
like pill
graphics.
bottles. There's
No
no graphics.
graphics,
It's
yeah.
all information. It has the law on it. It lets you know that it's infused with THC, how much it has in it, how much per dose. Again, make sure you keep
Keep
those
away from
things
children.
safe. Keep it away from children. Thank you. Good job, sir. It does have to be in childproof packaging. Marijuana products like brownies and cookies must be sold in sealed, opaque containers. That means they must not be visible through the
can't see
packaging.
the pocket.
If you see any of our brownies or any of the Rice Krispies treats or cookies,
I've never
it's
seen
completely silver. You cannot see through the packaging. Keep out of reach of children. We just said this. Keep it clearly marked. Keep it labeled. Make sure you know what you have.
Yeah, 'cause you never know what you get yourself. Sometimes you never know what you get yourself into. 'Cause right now, I'm fucking.
Orange Skittles. Some
Don't.
sativa. Get this man away.
No, I've had too much orange Skittles.
That's good. Get a little bit more in your system. Packaging cannot contain an image of a cartoon character, mascot, action figure, balloon, or toy. So, like I said, it cannot be geared towards children any type of way. Restrictions on advertising and marketing. It cannot look like lollipop or ice cream. It can't be anything that's on a billboard or aired anywhere within 1,000 feet of places like a school, a daycare, a library, anything that's going to have a large volume or a larger than average volume of children or people under the age of 21.
Should look like medicine.
And even if it is something that's shown to people that are over 21, sorry, about that. It cannot be physically used, so it cannot be something that's smoked within the commercial or on the ad. It cannot be something that, if it does happen to catch someone else's eye, it can be misconstrued or something that looked at as cool.
Which hopefully changes in the future.
Right.
With advertising. So. Okay.
And as far as advertising goes for radio, TV, anything like that, it can't even be aired or geared towards any type of channel or production that has 30% or more of viewers that are under 21. And that's just about every channel. So it's really hard for them to be able to get any type of advertisement like that out.